Imagine this. You are poor, so you just decide to go into your backyard to drill up ores and sell them for money. Well, that's exactly what we are doing in this video. Today, we are playing Untitled Drill Game. And once again, I'm giving myself 2 hours, but this time, not to get as much money as I can, but to see what's the rarest ore I can get in these 2 hours. I started with just doing the tutorial, digging up some ores with my own hands. Now, you can see that every ore has its own rarity, and the rarer, the more it's worth. So, then I sold. Now, I hear you thinking,
what can you do with money?
well, if you go over to the shop, you can buy drills that automatically mine for you. Or you can simply buy a new hand drill. So basically, when you combine RNG with Tycoon, you get Untitled Drill Game. As you can see, I wasn't getting great ores, but eventually I got enough money to buy the twin drill. Now, as you probably already noticed, all these drills have stats. But the stats from the twin drill aren't very different from the reinforced drill. It's actually slower. But the twin drill gives 2 ores at a time. So that was a big improvement. Just like Grow a Garden, this game also has mutations. The mutations are glowing, freeze, thorn, beating, blazing, toxic, bleeding, shocking, ethereal, cursed, void touched, and starlit. Whew, that definitely didn't take 10 takes. These mutations don't only make your ores more worth, but they also increase the rarity, which is awesome for this challenge. This time, I learned from the last time. I needed a strategy. So after very long and intense brainstorming, my strategy was placing as many drills as I can. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. And I made another mistake. To save space, I placed the drills very far apart, but that only wasted a lot of time, because I had to walk back and forth between the drills. Before I forget, you can also rebirth. If you find the required ores and you mined enough ores, you will be able to rebirth and unlock new drills. But that's not important for now. Until this point, I wasn't really getting rare ores. I got a 1 in 4,000 and a 1 in 2,000, but that was it. I needed to step up my game. So I did that by buying the Tri drill. This drill gave me 3 ores at a time. So let's hope this helps. After that grind, I was getting sick from all the walking. So I saved up for $10,000. And this time, I didn't buy a drill or a hand drill. I bought storage. I haven't explained this yet, but storage basically connects all your drills, so you only have to collect at the storage. So no more walking. And then it happened. I was just minding my own business. Get it? When I got something crazy. A 1 in 20,000 adamantite. My rarest ore until this point. Hey, if you are still watching, subscribe. And comment cheeseburger so I know that you're a real one. At this point, I saved up enough money to buy a new drill. The plasma drill. Now the stats were a huge improvement. 50 ore capacity, 35 speed, 2 ore yield, and 1.3 luck. And it helped because not much later I got uranium, known to be full of protein. So I ate one because I need to get buff. And wait, what? What is happening to me? Help me! That was weird. Anyway, something special happened again. It became nighttime. And in this game, there were special ores you could only get in the nighttime. So let's hope we get one. And yes, not too much later, I got moonstone. Sadly, it was only 1 in 2.5 thousand, but hey, I'm not complaining.
Hey, I need that back.
Okay, let's try to ignore that. But then, the unthinkable happened. Just watch. What? Celeste, what? Yeah, you saw that. I got,
Celestine.
Ah, yes, exactly. Celestine. Well, This ore had the rarity 1 in 100,000. I did not expect to get something so rare. Would we even be able to get something better? Oh yeah, there's one last thing I haven't explained yet. You can also craft drills. You just need the required drill and ores. But I didn't have any of that. So I decided to buy a new hand drill. The twin hand drill. And you guessed it, this one also gives 2 ores at a time. Now because of this amazing purchase, not much later I got a special ore again. This time it was a night shark. Yeah, that was totally because of my new hand drill. But it wasn't super rare, being a 1 in 25,000, so I decided to eat it. Surely this time nothing
Will happen. What happened to my voice? I'm never eating any ore again.
I guess I will be taking over from here. Now, not much later, I got Radiant Quartz, being a 1 in 50,000, so we were already getting way better ores than at the start. But this was still not as good as my Celestine. Now, after some hard work, I saved up enough ores to craft the Twin Spire drill. Was this good? I have no idea. Was it cool? Yes. Now, at this point, I had an insane amount of money. 134k. So at some point, I decided to sell some last ores and buy the best drill in the game. The Search Drill. It was so good, having 800 capacity, 24 speed, 11 ore yield, and 2 luck. Now, the luck was really important because we are trying to get the rarest ore and not the most money. And with that, the best hand drill also couldn't be missed. Before we continue, I got a bit sick while editing this, so from now on,
I might sound a bit different.
but that's all. So I used a new strategy of just spam buying plasma drills. They were not too expensive, but they did have pretty good stats. Was this the best option? I have no clue. But it worked, because not much later, this happened. What? What? Yes, I got a 1 in 3,225,806. This was so insane, I couldn't believe it. I was already shocked from the Celestine, but this was crazy. Now, because this is such a rare ore, I want to eat it. But we'll wait until the end for that, so keep watching. Now, when I went to sell, I had so much money because of the Alarium. A light 337,000. So I bought a lot of drills. So many that I had to buy another vault because it was overflowing. Now at this point, there was a hard decision for me to make. I had enough stuff to rebirth. So I could rebirth and start over again to unlock better drills. But that would mean I would lose all my drills for now. But I decided to take the gamble and do it. So there I go, starting over, with nothing. Or wait, what is that? Yes, I didn't know either, but crafted drills stay when you rebirth. So I already had a big head start, so I could immediately start buying twin drills. And after some boring grinding, buying things like a tri-drill, a plasma drill, a quad drill, and a vault, we were back to a good start. Then something happened that has not happened before. It started snowing. In this event, just like the night, you could get special ores. What can you do with these ores, you might ask? Well, you can either sell them or use them to craft a special ice bit drill. So I crafted 2 of those ice bit drills and sold the rest. They were not too good, but nice to have. Now after some time, I had enough money to buy the new best drill I unlocked because I rebirthed. The fusion drill. Better than the search drill, costing 200,000 with 1600 ore capacity, 30 speed, 20 ore yield and 2.2 luck. This will help a lot. And I was right. Not much later, I got this. What? Yes. I got a 1 in 83,334 blazing... What are these names, man?
Echoite.
Aha! Echoite. Yes, so I got blazing Echoite. Now you might have already noticed that this is not just Echoite, but blazing Echoite. Blazing is a mutation. Without the mutation, Echoite is only a 1 in 250,000. So now you can see how important these are. Now a bit later, I also got Mithril. Sadly, this was only a 1 in 200,000, but it still gives me money. Now once again, it started to snow. So I decided to save up all my ores. Then it was time to sell. I sold everything. And I had $467,991. Do you know what that means? We could buy the best drill, the nuclear drill, for 458,000. This drill was actually crazy. With 800 ore capacity, 35 speed, 27 ore yield, 2.5 luck, and it just looking super cool. And I also bought the new best hand drill, the laser hand drill. Now at this point, I was realizing it was going to be super hard to get anything rarer than my Elerium. I kept buying search drills hoping it would help, but it didn't look good. But then I got a 1 in 200,000. And that was it. The challenge was over. So to answer the question, what is the rarest ore I can get in 2 hours? Well, it is Elerium. Being a 1 in 3,225,806. I think this was definitely a success. I never expected to get something this rare. And now, as promised, let's eat it.
Oh no, why did I do this? Help!